It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I picked this up in Sainsbury's. It's by Cold Town Brewery. New for me, they're based in Edinburgh. And this is their Pornstar Martini Ale. A cold, fruity beer, 4.6% ABV. Never had a Pornstar Martini in my life, hence the thumbnail, me asking the question, what is Pornstar Martini Ale? The best thing we can do, I suppose, is open this beer up, get it into a glass and see what we get. It's amazing, isn't it? I'm not going into this being critical, but perhaps I slightly am. It's amazing what catches on in life. They've named this beer Pornstar Martini Ale, and Sainsbury's have gone, do you know what, we'll have a little bit of that, we fancy that, that's going to fit on our shelves really well. It was £3 a can. We got a 1 to 2 finger white head, clear looking beer, slow moving carbonation. But here's my slight bugbear with that. When I went up to Edinburgh just a few short years ago to brew my collaboration beer with Top Out Brewery, Simon Saison, a 4.6%, 5.1% ABV berry Saison. I'm sure the brewery, Top Out Brewery, won't mind me saying this, but they were breaking even. They weren't losing money, they weren't making much money. They were kind of just like ploughing for the future and really pushing for the future. There was no hint of Cold Town Brewery back then in Edinburgh. They just didn't exist. At least nobody talked about Cold Town Brewery whilst I was in Edinburgh. I'm sure if they did exist, people would have told me. Why can't companies like Sainsbury's approach people like Top Out Brewery, who've been around for quite a while, brewing terrific Scottish and German style beers, and say, hey, you know, why can't you put your beer in cans, and which they're now doing, and get it into our supermarkets? It's almost as if us as a race now, we're just completely dictated by marketing. We're completely dictated. Like a new brewery's come along, they've called it a Pornstar Martini Ale, and bang, bish bash bosh. Next thing you know, they've pushed the other breweries to one side that are around in Edinburgh, and they've got their beer into the supermarket straight away. Now, call me a grouch, call me, you know, old and moaning and whatnot, and well, that's life, or I suppose it is, that's life, but sometimes I think life's unfair. Sometimes I think life's unfair, and you need to give, I think personally, smaller brewers a chance. I know brewers up and down the country who have struggled through lockdown, they've struggled through this whole situation. They were struggling before that, really. And they're just not given a chance, and you just see them year after year. You see them at the same beer festival, and they're kind of struggling on, and they're trying their best, and they're just not getting a break in life. So if anybody from Asda or Sainsbury's or Tesco or Morrison's, any of the big beer buying companies out there, if any of you are watching this, please give some other breweries a break. Give them a chance. Give them a chance to thrive. Anyway, aroma on this beer. First of all, let's have a look at it. Slow moving carbonation, yeah, golden in colour. Aroma. Oh, blimey. It smells really interesting. Like, I think you gotta like this sort of thing straight away. You gotta like that. It's very synthetic. Very synthetic. I also going to say, I slightly feel sorry for Cold Town at this point, because they've done nothing wrong. They're trying to make their break in life at the same point as others. And congratulations for coming up with a strange name for a beer and making this slightly appealing name beer for people to buy. But it's quite synthetic. It's a bit kind of like Hooper's Hooch like. You know this stuff is going to give you a damn good headache. Let's dive in. Cheers, everyone. Just completely synthetic fruit concentrates. Basic ale, basic kind of base ale, light malts. They made it a 4.6% ABV, and then they've just added concentrates to the beer. I've seen it, I've been there, I've done it. I've been out there with these breweries. I've been brewing these beers. I've brewed beers with concentrates myself, and I'll never do it again. It ruins the beer. This is just base, 4.6% ABV, cheap as you like malts. And they've added a load of concentrate to this beer. This is blooming dreadful. This will serve a purpose. People will buy this. People will buy this and they'll show it off to their mates, and you know, with their Gucci t-shirts on, you know, that sort of kind of crowd. Nothing against them either. You know, the people who like to, you know, flash car on the drive, Gucci jacket, Gucci t-shirt type of thing, you know, all front, like, you know, all face, and then they pull out this and they go, oh, look what I bought. I bought a Pornstar Martini ale, and yeah, I'm really kind of enjoying it. But as a beer reviewer, I'm not going to call myself a connoisseur. I'm not. I can't be bothered. Although I'm not going to call myself a beer sommelier either. But as a beer reviewer on YouTube, who drunk 7,000 plus beers, this is one of the worst I've ever tried. This is just terrible beer. If I can kind of call it beer in the first place. Beer for beer's sake, beer for simplicity's sake, for our sanity's sake, let's just call a beer a beer. So they're attacking the craft beer market now as well. They're attacking the craft beer market. They're attacking people who want to drink something with real flavour, with real hops, malt, yeast, oats. You know, they're attacking those. They don't want to. There's no name of craft beer anywhere. So well done, Cold Town Brewery, for attacking the whole craft beer market. I tell you what this tastes like. Now I've read it, passion fruit on the cider here. Yeah, it's. Do you know what this tastes like? And I can buy this for £1 in Home Bargains or B&M. I can go and get a can of Hooper's Hooch passion fruit flavour for £1, and it tastes exactly the same as this. And they're trying to sell this for £3 in Sainsbury's. Well, good luck with that. This is just horrible. Horrible synthetic rubbish. Cold Town beer. I don't even. This has got a whiff of big beer about it. Wouldn't be surprised if somebody like Heineken was behind this, or the makers of Foster's, maybe even the makers of Hooper's Hooch. I wouldn't be surprised at all if this was one of the big boys hiding behind the name Cold Town beer. It's dreadful. It's a complete sink pour. I'm not going to drink any more. 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers.